Hi, I'm Nancy Ruby with Yoga Motion Academy, and today we're going to practice airport yoga. It's a 15-minute mini practice, and I look forward to sharing this with you. This is an excellent way to prepare yourself to move your spine in all directions, to open up the hips before you sit for a long extended period of time inside a very small seat, which is usually where we're at in an airplane. It's also nice if you have an extended amount of time in the terminal itself and you have to wait around. So instead of just sitting and then sitting some more, I want you to get up out of your seat, stand up, and we're going to open up all of our joints, get our energy flowing, and you will feel so much better when you arrive at your destination. So let's begin with Tadasana. Stepping the feet comfortably, hip distance apart, soften the knees, relax into the feet, spread your toes, take your shoes off if you're willing. And then as you release the weight of the feet into the floor, hug the muscles of the legs to the bone, gently draw the belly in and up, take the front ribs down so you feel supported in your front body. Then draw the arms out to the side, let the arm bones float up a little bit, slightly roll them out and feel the shoulder blades lift your heart. Finally, lifting from the crown of the head, draw the ears back over the shoulders and feel yourself balanced over gravity. You can even do this while you're waiting in any line, security line, ticket line. Just set yourself into this Tadasana mountain pose and we'll breathe deeply and evenly. Consider filling your lungs from the bottom to the center to the top, and emptying out again. If you've had any sort of tension arise, take a deep breath in, and this time breathe out through your mouth. 3 more times. Deep breath in. You can just keep your eyes open or closed. Press into the ground, lift tall towards the stars. And then let's take the arms out, nice and big, stretch it out. Reach over, grab a wrist, and we're just going to bend to the side. I'll mirror you. We're going to bend to the left. Just ease on over, make it feel good. You may not go as far as I do, that's okay. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Come to center, grab the other wrist, exhale. Come back to center, stretch up, and let the arms float down, bringing the hands to the hips, to the rim of the pelvis. Take a deep breath in, lifting the shoulders back and opening the chest and throat. And then when we come forward, you're going to bend your knees and rotate from the pelvis. Take the hands to the thighs and gently round the back. Lifting the heart and the head, feel your back muscles engage. This is really important to strengthen and now lengthen. And you might want to lower your hands more. Come back to that midway point, then push down to raise up, taking the arms out again and to the side. So we'll go through this 3 times. My signature flow called half salutations, Ardha Namaskar. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, float the hands down the hips, soft knees, pull the tailbone in as you lift your chest, arch. And then bend the knees and rotate forward, hands to the thighs or the shins, ankles, or for some of you, the floor. Come up halfway, back body strong. Exhale, back body long. Come up to that flat back and then unhinge from the hips. And let's do that one more time. Exhale to the side. Inhale. Other wrist. Exhale. Inhale. Releasing the hands down. Take the hips. Open up the heart. Bend the knees, hinge forward, just turn so you can see the length of the spine. Just come down as far as you can. Come back up, feel your back muscles. And then lengthen them. Lift the belly, lift the chest, unhinge. And let's just do side bend again because it feels so good. Inhale, center, other side. Inhale. And then bring the hands right down midline. So we've taken our spine forward, back, and side to side. Now let's twist. So take a little bit bigger stance. Bend down to the knees, come straight down. Don't tuck your tail, but just drop straight down. Grab a wrist, chest wide open, elbows lower than the shoulders, so be relaxed in your shoulders. And then reach around to the right and then to the left. Now as you do this, you might find that you want to lift the opposing heel or not. Just notice how it feels in your knees and your hips. You can keep your gaze forward if you tend to get dizzy. Just keep your eyes in one location. We call that drishti, or gazing point. You can also choose to turn your head and focus directly behind you each time. And the breath is out as you turn and in as you lift to the back. Again, the heels can come up or stay grounded. Make sure you just focus on the spot behind so you don't get dizzy. It's a great eye exercise. Blur, focus, blur. Oh, feels so good on the spine. Bring the gaze forward and then let it slow down and gently release. Now we'll go to the side body, so you're going to take your feet a little wider. And if you're in the airport, you feel a little bit self-conscious, you could do this with a more narrow stance. Just going to turn our hips and let the foot turn, step into the back leg. And then from the pelvis, we're going to rotate forward, like a forward bend over that front leg. Make it super simple. Reach down, hold the shin, and then press the shin forward to unlock this knee. Taking the top hand, which is your right hand, to the hip, press down from your right hip to heel, and then lifting the belly, lengthen the spine, and twist the torso open, taking the shoulders back. So it's kind of a very narrow mini triangle. You can look over that top shoulder if the neck allows, turn the bicep to the sky, reach up, stretch in two directions. If it feels right, you could hinge a little deeper. You're hinging at the hip, the spine is long. Let's take 5 breaths. You might feel better keeping the hand down. 1, 2, feeling that opening in this top hip, possibly in the back of this front thigh. 3, 4, lengthening the spine with this last breath. Reaching up and coming up out of the pose. Relax. Other side. So again, more narrow, or you could make this a wider stance if that feels better to you. Swivel the pelvis. The leg is turned, the back heel grounded, and then hinge. You're hinging deep at the hips. The hand comes to the shin. Shin presses slightly forward. Top hand on hip. Now scoop up the belly. And then rotate the rib cage open, shoulder blades come together. Look over the top shoulder. Maybe open that top shoulder a bit. Take the arm up. And 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to look down to lengthen the neck before coming up. Side body long. Step it in. Shake it out a little bit. Now we're going to open the front of the thighs with what we call dancer's pose. So you might want to use a wall depending on your balance. So you find that Tadasana position. Using a wall, you want to get close enough so you're not leaning towards it. And then shift your weight onto one foot, holding one leg behind you. pull the knee down in line with the opposite knee, and then tuck the tailbone under, take the front ribs in, arm bones draw back so the shoulder blades come together, and just the more you tug the tailbone in, the more you're going to feel that stretch in the front of that thigh. And that's really important after sitting for quite a long time or before sitting. This one you can definitely do on the airplane in the back. From here, possibly balance. Keep your breath flowing, about 5 breaths here. If you want, you could reach up and just give it a nice big slight arch in the back. And then some people like to kick that back leg up a little more and lean forward. So do whatever feels comfortable to you. You can stay upright the whole time. The important thing is to stretch open the front of that body, to release those muscles that get tight from sitting. We'll do the other side. So always build your base first. Okay, push down into the earth to lift to your core. Maybe use a wall just to make it easy. It's not a competition. The important thing is to get energy flowing through your body. I like to spread the toes, keep that foot active, push it into the hand, tug the tailbone in, stand nice and tall, maybe take the arm up, opening the front body, and a slight back bend, tug the tailbone in even as you bring the thigh back, and then possibly find a sense of balance. And release. And then lastly, we'll open the back body with one long held forward bend. We've done a few of them. So I'm going to just turn sideways. You want to bend the knees, draw the hips back, and you might just want to place your forearms on your thighs. Scoop up the belly, just stretch that way. And then start to lift the hips. You can take your hands to the outer shins. Lower your head. Ease into it. And some of you will be able to take the hands lower to the ankles or maybe even a few to the floor. But no dangling. You want to push into your legs to lift your belly and come forward actively. If you're on the floor, you're pushing into the ground to lift up. Let's take 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let yourself ease into the form. Let go of unnecessary tension in your neck and jaw. And that last breath, bring your hands to your thighs, bending the knees, lift your belly up. Move your heart forward. Come all the way up. And bring it all back to center. Now return to that mountain pose, or possibly sit down in your seat, whichever you choose. And then just feel what you've created. Feel how much energy you've awakened. Take some nice, slow, deep breaths. Maybe drop into a little 5-minute meditation. So enjoy your airport yoga. Namaste.